And is anybody else starting to get their smell back? Like, I have not, since COVID, fully got my smell back. And recently, in the last couple of weeks, I keep getting like smells of heaven. I don't know how to explain it, but it reminds me of like our prayers of the saints are like sweet aroma to God. And that makes me feel like that's what God experiences. Just like this like nostalgic home feeling is starting to come back to earth, like a humanness, a soulfulness, and a divine heavenly scent. I feel like we're really being moved or called, or I am. I feel like it, to work despite feeling so incomplete or so broken, and just like really being able to work through that. Like, I'm literally going to work even though I don't feel ready. We do it with work. But with us being able to influence and reach so many people, it's also like, I feel like the more that we expand and have that reach in the technology and stuff, it's like the less that there's going to be like celebrities and like, or even like, you know, celebrities is an anointed prophet, but from the world, for the world, right? In a way, and all things are ordained and allowed by God, right? His authority. But it's like, even how back in the day in the Old Testament, there was prophets elected, you know, to speak to the masses of people. And even like, you know, like Pac was, like speaking for people, a voice for the voiceless. But I feel like there's going to be less and less and less of that, and it's going to be more given to each and every individual in so many more ways. Because God originally wanted all of Israel to go up to the mountain with Moses, and they were like, no, no. It's like, you know, like in one way or another, in a good way, with God's grace and beauty, that responsibility is given to each individual now in spirit and truth. So I spoke on YouTube a lot about the raven and the dove, like of Genesis, like when on Noah's Ark, and the raven was sent out and it found no land, and then the dove was sent out and it found a place to land, which was Jesus Christ, right? But it's just like that pinnacle point, and I'm not sure, you know, it's something beautiful, but I talk about the carrying of the old ways and keeping the fire from the original to the present. And then the coming of a new fire, of the Holy Spirit being born inside of us. And one's like from the past to the future, and one's like from the future down. And it's meeting in this marriage of this place that is constantly burning, like this fire spark within us. But I was thinking, like, even us speaking from our memory, language, and mind and stuff is carrying the fire of our soul from the past and the generations and the ancestors and everything that we know, and is meeting with the new holy fire that is being burnt into us now, presently, from the future into the present moment, right? But it's like this constant marriage between the spirit and the flesh, the spirit creator and the earth, the father and mother, right? And this constant birthing of a new idea, being spirit-led, like that flow state, is beautiful. Oh, it's the sacrifice of our flesh being burnt on the altar of the fire of not knowing what is next, and trusting and surrendering our desire, our fire, so that it may be like engulfed with the new fire, like the burning sun, like the yellow fire flame of identity of self, being consumed with the new white holy fire of what is a new creation happening. But it's like that with everything that God has put in our heart and our spirit, that it's like His Word, whatever our desires are, our dreams, our ambitions, inspirations, whatever is in our heart, calling us. And it's like the dove that goes across looking and looking and finally found land, found Christ, found the place. And it's just like we're constantly searching for the right, you know, the key and the right door, and just for everything, for our music, the right job, and all this placement. And it's just like this grand, like, healing, this grand searching until it's found, right? And until all things are gathered, made whole, and made complete. It's the portion of our work and our assignment in our life, and it is beautiful. And may God bless all of our work so that it may be fully completed and everything finds its rightful place, right? God bless. Because then, even so, we understand why we have our preferences and our favorite artists and our favorite people, and why we're drawn to certain people, to certain pains, certain wounds, causes certain impartations for certain spirit codes to fill that vessel. And it's like, you're going to have your own people to speak to. Like Jesus said, I was called to find the lost sheep, right? And Paul was called to the Gentiles. Like, there's certain people that you're called to, certain folds, sheepfolds, right? And that's why also it's like we give the honor and glory and praise back to God, because it's like His Spirit came, whoosh, and it's like completing the cycle, right? Like the sun, the energy, whatever, the photons from it, it's like charge the spirit, whatever, then it's like giving it back to the creator Christ, and it's like the completion of the cycle of fire. I don't know, all the way. Watch the way